Good morning, everyone. Thank you for hanging in there. Apologize for the delayed start and appreciate your presence and your interest. And Rob Bonta, California Attorney General, we're here in Oakland to make an important announcement. Before I make that announcement, I want to first say thank you to my Civil Rights Enforcement Section team at the California Department of Justice, who does this important work every day, ensuring constitutional policing, launching and pursuing pattern and practice cases to make sure that law enforcement agencies and departments throughout the state are fully compliant with the law, following and honoring the civil rights and legal rights of the individuals who they keep safe. And we deeply believe that the two goals, on the one hand, ensuring public safety of our communities, on the other, ensuring that the civil rights and constitutional rights of our community members are honored and protected and defended, they go hand in hand. They're not mutually exclusive. And today, because of the work of our skilled attorneys, our special agents, our legal support staff who work each and every day to protect those civil rights and those constitutional rights, we're making an important announcement. And, you know, we know that it is absolutely critical for law enforcement to enforce the law, keep us safe, and also to uphold the law and to follow the law. When that doesn't happen uniformly, when some communities don't feel like they're being treated equitably, that their rights are being violated, their constitutional rights, their civil rights, when they feel like they're being discriminated against, it contributes to distrust in our communities and hurts public safety. Public safety is built on trust. Trust generates safety. Safety generates trust. We need a solid foundation of trust for there to be the public safety that we want, that we deserve in our communities throughout the state of California. And unfortunately, we're here today because there may well have been a breach of trust in the Antioch Police Department. We are launching a pattern and practice investigation into the Antioch Police Department after multiple and long-standing concerns, complaints, data that is absolutely concerning and needs attention. We are launching this investigation. We've seen data that shows spikes in excessive force in the Antioch Police Department, more than other local police departments nearby and in the region. We've seen the excessive force have a disparate impact on those communities of color, including black community members. We've seen community members complain and complain again about the use of force, the use of canines as well. And of course, very publicly, very shockingly, and very recently, we have seen the text scandals. We've all looked at, read with pain and concern the racist text exchange that has occurred in the Antioch Police Department. I think nearly 20% of the police department is involved in sending texts, nearly half of the police department involved in receiving those texts. And those texts are hard to read. They are racist, they are homophobic, they are misogynist, and they aren't just comments unrelated to official duties. They are directly related to official duties, including the use of force. So it's very disturbing, very concerning when we see data, texts, evidence, indications of the potential habitual and consistent violation of the civil rights of community members in our state. It's our time to get involved. And so we're getting involved. We're moving in with our pattern and practice case. We're going to get to the bottom of what's happening in the Antioch Police Department. We're going to go wherever the facts take us and identify what's happening, who's doing it, what patterns, what practices. And we have been here before. This is what we do. This is a duty and a legal obligation that the people of California have given us, and we take it very seriously. And you know that we've been involved in places like Bakersfield, Kern County. We have an investigation right now in the LA Sheriff's Department. We're in Santa Clara County Sheriff's Department. And so now we are in the Antioch Police Department. And we will investigate, identify. The hope is that whatever we find, if we find violations of civil rights, constitutional rights, we will initiate and implement corrective action to get Antioch Police Department on track to keep the community safe on the one hand, while honoring civil rights, while honoring constitutional rights. That usually takes the form of a consent decree in court, if we can get there, working with the Antioch Police Department. So a court and an independent monitor will oversee the changes, the reforms, the corrective action that the Antioch Police Department will take, and that will be enforced over a period of time to ensure the ongoing consistent commitment to change and reform that is necessary. But we're just getting started. We're at the beginning of the case. We, of course, have some information, data, and, of course, texts available to us. We know that there's also been other law enforcement agencies that have conducted and are continuing to conduct investigations. Those investigations are different than ours. The FBI and the Contra Costa County District Attorney's Office are engaged in a criminal investigation into specific individuals, members of the Antioch Police Department, for specific actions. Again, those are criminal. Our case, our action, our investigation is a civil investigation that will look at patterns and practices of conduct within the Antioch Police Department and identify if laws are being broken, rights are being violated, and get them on corrective action if so. So, we are at a place here where we have no patience for violations of civil rights, of constitutional rights, of the habitual and consistent violation of community members' rights based on race, based on gender, based on sexual orientation. It's unacceptable. We cannot have that. And the early indications that we've seen here in Antioch raise significant red flags, which is why we are launching this investigation. The people of Antioch deserve safety and their civil rights to be protected and defended. That is not a lot to ask. From what we have seen so far, it does not appear that that's happening. But we will look, we will get the data ourselves, we will conduct our own investigation and determine what's happening and what, if any, action must take place going forward. And these cases really rely on their success and their comprehensiveness, their thoroughness, rely on the engagement of the public. So let me say this to members of the public, community organizations, local officials, oversight entities. We welcome information that you have, concerns, complaints, specifics, evidence, examples of what might have been violations of civil rights and constitutional rights, interactions with the police department. Send that to us, please. Email it to us at police-practices@doj.ca.gov, police-practices@doj.ca.gov. In addition to English, members of the public can send information to us in Spanish and in other languages, and we will consider the information that you provide. It will be part of our investigation. And so, again, the success of these investigations rely on, are enhanced by the engagement of community members. You can be part of the solution. You can be part of change if it's needed and necessary. We need to hear from you. So reach out to us and share what you have, the experiences, the examples that you can provide to us. We're committed to this work. We're committed to ensuring that the residents of Antioch and every community in the state of California, that their civil rights are honored, that their constitutional rights are protected. That will help strengthen trust between communities and law enforcement. It's a critical component of our shared mission to increase public safety throughout the state. And with that, I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have if you have any questions.